What's up, Throdle? Now, most of you have probably heard of the 24 Hours LEMONS race in Europe, but how many of you have heard of the 24 Hours LEMONS race, or the world's craziest race? Well, today we're going to talk to Simeon and Amrit, who went ahead and designed this. Hi, I'm Nadine, and I'm the co-founder of Throdle. And I'm joined today by Simon, who you might have recognized with the Lotus 7 replica car, and Amrit, who did a 1970 Pontiac Trans Am. So thanks, guys, for joining us. I'd love it if you can tell us a little bit more about this beast that is sitting right behind me here.
We go racing in the 24-hour Lemon series.
Right.
And this beast has a name. This is Marge. This is Large Marge.
Oh, okay.
She's definitely one of the bigger cars you'll see in the race series out there. So for those that don't know, 24 Hour Lemons, it's not usually a 24-hour race. It's 2 days, it's 7 hours each day, and you're just spending as much time as you can on the track. So we've got a crew of maybe 4 or 5 drivers, and we're switching off every couple of hours, just trying to put as many laps on the board as possible.
So tell me, how do you race this thing and why this?
The rule is you need to purchase a car and build it for $500 or less.
Okay.
So the total build should be $500 or less. So this is a 1986 Oldsmobile Cutlass Brougham.
Supreme Brougham.
Supreme Brougham.
Wow,
Not just regular
okay.
Brougham. It's very
Came with couches in it. It was great.
Yeah, it actually
Which you've actually taken out by the looks of it. Okay.
Yeah, so you can buy whatever car, you can spend as much as you want on safety gear. You can't really spend much anything else on the other items.
There's a popular phrase in Lemons racing called $500 my ass. Every time the guys do a recap of the race series, they go, somebody brought this car and somebody complained on the internet, that car is $500 my ass. Every time they do this, $500 my ass.
When was the first year that you guys entered this race?
2013, yeah.
And how did you do?
Terribly.
There's 2 ways to look at it.
Okay, go ahead.
So the car did terrible.
Okay, right.
The car did terrible. I think maybe we turned 10 laps.
You were fantastic. The car was terrible.
5 or 10 laps?
We got up to about 20 before we melted the piston.
So we did terrible in the race.
Right.
But because people loved it, there's a Judge's Choice Award. So what was the award?
We got the Swissvax Polishing a Turd trophy.
Polishing a turd?
Polishing a turd, because we took an 80s GM crap can and just made it something that people just want to walk up to and pet. We actually had somebody during one of the races reach out of his driver's seat and actually pet our car during the race. During the race, in the middle of a turn. Our driver, he did it. Our driver thought he got in trouble. He's like, someone hit me, hit the car. I think I might have pinched the guy in a turn. And he comes by later, he goes, no, I was just petting him. I was just saying, nice pony, during the race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why a pony? Why this head?
So a bunch of us work together, and our company has sort of this unofficial mascot is a little toy animatronic pony.
Okay.
And it's got brown and white fur. Her name is Buttercup.
Okay.
She moves her head and stuff.
So what does this do? It will have like lights coming out of its eyes.
It has lights. Do you want to see the lights?
I would love to see the lights. Oh my goodness, it is freaky and red.
Yeah.
How many times did it take before you actually won your index of effluency? And what is the index of effluency?
We raced a lot. We were able to turn a few laps. And so finally, the one time we actually get like 3/4 of the way the number of laps, they recognize it, like, oh my God, you guys are so terrible. And so you guys made it so far. And it's like a triumph, right? Because everyone roots for each other.
Okay.
It's a very community-oriented race where people give each other parts, you're cutting stuff off for people or welding things. And so everyone felt, maybe they didn't feel bad, they felt good for us that we finally made it.
Okay.
And so the index of effluency is the highest trophy you can win, the highest prize. Even if you win the highest class, this pays $1 more.
What do you mean by pays?
You win.
Oh, you win money.
Yeah.
How much do you
race
win?
series.
Oh, okay. So, with a $500 race car, how much money can you win?
I think the winner of Class A, the fastest class, gets $500, and they used to pay it out in nickels.
So the other question I've got is, besides being a race car, did you ever use it for anything else?
Pouring beer?
Yeah.
Should we check out the back of the car?
I think we should check out the back of the car.
So here's our beer tap. So for the first few races,
Oh, no way.
yeah, as you noticed, we didn't focus on reliability so much. We thought this was just purely about having fun and screwing around.
Okay.
So we would always get a couple of kegs, and we had a quick connect. We would plug it in here, and beer would come out of this side. So many people come up to us to this day, people that we don't even recognize from years ago, and say, oh, I got drunk off your horse's ass back in 2013.
So let's go take a look at the engine if we can.
All right. This is probably our 4th junkyard engine. Being a 350, it's got a lot more torque, so we can just stay in 1 gear if we want to. We can drive in 3rd gear around most of the racetracks. Yeah, it runs pretty good.
Almost like it's brand new.
Yeah, almost.
But not quite.
No, definitely.
Okay, of course not. And what I'd love to find out is about the gadgets and the computer controls inside the car, because they look pretty wild.
If I wanted to start the car, I'd turn on my safety switch back here, got a kill switch over here, I'd have my engine and fuel switch on, and then I just push to start here. But other switches here, we've got one to turn on our fan manually if we want to. We've got one to, sometimes the gauges tweak out, so you can flip one of these switches to restart the gauges. The wiper motor, nobody knew how it worked, so we had to sort of reverse engineer it. So we got a wiper switch, and then we have a separate switch to put the wipers back down. So it's a little bit ghetto, but it works out. When we got a call in, we click this and our radio turns on, and we just speak through the helmet and tell them, hey, we blew it up. Hey, it melted again.
So there's so much content today that we've had to split it up into multi-parts. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so that you get notified the next time we upload new content. So thanks, Simeon and Amrit, for showing us this awesome car. So Simeon, if people want to get in touch with you and ask you more questions, how can they do that?
Well, they can certainly shout out to me at 7 Replica or maybe at Trans Amrit. But what would be great is if we saw a comment on maybe what people would want to race in the Lemons race, as well as if they had questions about maybe stuff about the car. We'd love to hear from them.
That would be great. Thanks for watching Throdle's driving connections and fueling experiences.